the cast of Children of Blood and Bone finally announced. But already there's controversy, unfortunately. Now, I've been waiting for this project for years, okay? I read the books. I didn't finish book 3, unfortunately, but that's another thing. But I read the books 1 and 2, and I thought it had potential. For those who don't know, Children of Blood and Bone is an African-inspired fantasy which centers on the Yoruba culture and Yoruba people of Nigeria. So when they announced that this was getting adapted, I was like, how are they going to do that? Because this story takes heavily from Nigerian Yoruba culture, from the language, they use Nigerian words to raise incantations and some supernatural stuff in the story. The accents, you need the Yoruba Nigerian accent for it to be immersive enough. They're talking about places like Lagos, Calabar, real cities in the fantasy universe. Now, if I was Tommy, I would not have done that because now it's already sparked controversy. People are not happy with the casting, especially for these two. That's meant to be the main character, Zayli, and that's meant to be Amari, the princess. That's meant to be, I think, Zayn, the prince, and that's meant to be Zayli's brother. I forgot his name. Maybe I mixed the two up, but you get what I'm saying. Now, if you look at fan art of the characters, this is how they look. On the far right, that's Zayli, the main character. To a left of her, that's her big brother, who is, Zayn, I mixed it up, sorry. Then, Amari, the princess, is the one next to him. Now, when it comes to the princess, in the story, there's a whole issue of colorism that's explored. Her mother is always talking nonsense about her being too dark. And next to her, that's her big brother. So because of this, I've seen many reactions to this. Many people are not happy with her casting and also her casting because the actor for her is South African. And if you know about South Africa and Nigeria, they don't get along right now because of xenophobia and other factors. I really want this to be successful, yeah, as an African fantasy enthusiast, someone who's also writing an African fantasy. I'm always like, yo, Hollywood, we don't want tokenism, we don't want race swapping, give us our own original characters and stories. And if it's not done right, this may flop and this may end up sucking, you know what I mean? So though it is a solid cast, like for Hollywood, you're like, wow, this is awesome. The controversy is it's not Nigerian enough, you know? Can these actors put on the Yoruba Nigerian accent? Can they speak Yoruba accurately? Because Yoruba is a very tough language. Yeah, it's tonal. I can't say nothing in Yoruba. I'm a Southern African. I would never try to say anything in Yoruba because I'm pretty sure I'll butcher their language. And most people would likely do that. So I'm just like, what's going on here? Plus also the age. The characters are meant to be like 16, 17 or something. Look at all these guys. These guys are my age. I'm almost 30, bruv. Like I said, this isn't to downplay, to attack or anything. I'm like, I want this to succeed. Hopefully they do it right. Me, what I would advise is, I hope they're taking advice from Nollywood actors or Nollywood consultants. Because when it comes to African accents in Hollywood, Hollywood doesn't know how to adapt African accents. That's pretty much the truth, mate. I'm sorry. Because they don't do many projects that are centered around Africa. They can only do a few. They think there's one African accent, but there isn't. Even in Nigeria, there's multiple accents, which is insane. So, I don't know. I wish them luck. I want this to succeed, yeah? This is not hate to Tommy Adeyemi. She's an inspiration to me because I'm also writing a fantasy universe. But like I said, what I would have done differently is I wouldn't have made it very clear that this is just Yoruba, this is just Nigeria. Like with my story, my universe, it takes inspiration from different African cultures. So some characters can be, I don't know, can be played by Black Americans. Some actors can be played by Nigerians. Some characters can be played by Egyptians. It doesn't matter because that's how the story works. But anyway, I digress. What do you guys think about this? Am I on the wrong line? Am I right? What do you think? Because me, I think Nigerian actors should have been center stage for this, since it's pretty much meant to be Nigeria. It's pretty much meant to be Lagos land, sorry, Yoruba land, Nigeria. Okay, I'll show you a project which did what I'm saying. This is an upcoming animation based on Nigerian culture as well, based also solely on Yoruba Nigerian culture. Most, if not all, the actors in this, voice actors, are Nigerian. Yeah, the author was like, nah, we need to have Nigerian actors for this, otherwise it won't be authentic. This is what I'm saying. This is what she could have done, but I get it. With Hollywood, they're very picky. They're just like, no, we're gonna have these actors. These actors bring numbers. These Yoruba actors, unfortunately, we don't know them. They won't bring any numbers. Maybe that's how the conclusion that they were making. But either way, I'm very worried for this project, but I am hopeful. I hope it goes good, man. Like I said, hopefully if they do their research, if they get consultants in place, it will be fine. But what do you guys think? Am I over am I over exaggerating, or what do you think?